Yep, No Limit Boxing announced their first card for 2026 today. We did hear Nikita Tszyu, Michael Zerafa would be that. We heard that some weeks ago, but confirmed today a location. There was whispers around being Melbourne. There was whispers around being Brisbane, and at times it was even going to be in Sydney. But locked in officially Brisbane, the venue, Brisbane Entertainment Centre. That is locked in, and you're going to need a venue that size with a card this big. It is looking good. There's some big names on it. Going to be joined by George Rose in just a sec. Before I do, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're not locked in and subscribed and ringing that bell, you will miss these videos, and there's plenty of big ones to come. So as George, I'm getting in my ear that he's about to sit down and join us. And also joined by Liam Paro today, as we said, locked in for a IBF World Title Eliminator at 147 pounds too. That's going to be good, facing Paddy Donovan. That has been locked and loaded overnight. And look, that is going to be absolutely massive if he can get himself back to a world title shot and get another belt and be a two-time champ. So we're looking forward to that. But let's go to Brisbane. Fresh off the big announcement, CEO of No Limit Boxing, George Rose, welcome. Look at that sign behind you. It's got the name. It's got the date. It's got a location.
Got it all locked in now.
How good. How was today? A barge, firstly, to kick off the day. You on a boat in the middle of the harbour with Michael Zerafa and Nikita Tszyu.
Yeah, well, as you can see, I got a little bit of burnout there, but it was a fantastic opening to the announcement of Brisbane and the venue for this massive fight. So we don't like to do things half-assed. We like to get right into it and make sure we make a spectacle out of it. And we've got the great Liam Paro joining in now too. So it was a really cool morning. Actually, there was some great shots of Liam there too, out there. So I can't wait to see them come out and just a perfect way to start this big fight.
Well, what a surprise attack with a big announcement about obviously the guy to your left, Liam Paro, back in a world title eliminator at welterweight. That's amazing. You got your guy and you're going for another world title. How did you hear about the news, Liam?
Look, I got the nod today that it's all been passed, while we're here. So we're on standby and look, it's happening. And I can't thank the boys from No Limit enough for getting it across the line. Look at that, my third fight at welterweight and for No Limit, and we're back in title contentions that far. So it shows the pulling power they have, and especially to get it back here on home soil in Australia, it means the most. So winning a world title was special, but doing it for a second time in Australia, it's going to be even better. So, yeah, we're going to head down, ass up, and take Donovan out.
Do you think he deserves that shot too, by the way? He's had 2 losses to the champ in a row, and then he has to fight you to get a third crack at it. I mean, obviously that's some confidence for you going into it, but B, I think no express lane, straight to the top for the former champ.
Yeah, look, it is what it is. It's he had 2 hard losses against Crocker, and I'm confident he's going to have his 3rd in a row. So no disrespect, I respect him as a fighter. I just believe I've fought at the higher level. I've fought better caliber opponents, and it's going to show come fighting with. So it's there's no overlooking Paddy Donovan though, because he's the guy in the way of all these dreams. So the plan's to steamroll through him. I know it's going to be hard. I know what it takes to beat the guys at the top, and we're going to do it again.
How'd you go with that conversation, locking that one down, George? I know Eddie kind of wanted that one over in England under Matchroom, and then there was potential for it to be out here, and there was a bit of back and forth around who would have it and what would happen. How did you manage to lock a fight like this down for Liam?
Yeah, well, look, he's a big draw card over there, and he fights really well on home soil, so I can understand them trying as hard as they did to get it over there. But Liam Paro has fought himself into the position that he is now, and into that position where he's able to command what he was able to. So it made negotiations a lot easier for us, given what Liam's done in the ring. So we got to a point where we reached an agreement. I think it's a very fair agreement, and we'll get Paddy Donovan out here now in January, and Liam will get the chance to show what he can do. And I mentioned earlier that I thought Paddy Donovan was the better fighter in that recent fight. So this is a chance for Liam to show that he's better than the both of them, and not only will he win this fight, he'll go on to win that world title as well.
Obviously, I'll be there hardcore supporting Paro as I do, but in the opposing corner, the trainer being Andy Lee, it's good just to have him in the country as well. Potentially even Joseph Parker out here as well, as he is part of that team as well. So who knows? There could be some big names floating around that fight week. It's good. Did that slugfest in Brisbane against Paro? That's probably the ultimate preparation, Liam, surely.
It's good. Like I said, it's good for the soul. I love a war. You know, you need them here and there. It was more, I could have boxed smart. Yes, I got punched in the eye, but it was just to prove a point that I can bang it on there with a big welterweight, an undefeated welterweight. And I did, you know what I mean? You can't swim without getting wet. And that's what I go back to. I'm not playing marbles in there. We're fighting. So it's bound to happen. And it just shows the grit and toughness I have to go through with one eye. Like you're going to have to kill me in there to stop me. So that's just who I am. I'm going to keep showing that, and hopefully I will just win all the Australian fans over just showing them that I'm a true battler.
Yeah, you definitely didn't look like you'd played marbles after that. But it was an amazing event, and to be fighting like this, you came back to No Limit to get these opportunities, and again, George, you've delivered. I mean, you put Tim in those positions multiple times, and I think that was the blueprint, Liam, for you coming across from Matchroom to No Limit, and again, you are in that position, which I'm sure you're grateful for.
Oh, very grateful to be in the position. And like I said, I can't thank the boys of No Limit enough. They're men of their words. You know, they said they get me back in title contentions, and honestly, I didn't believe it'd be this fast. And look, it just shows their pulling power they've got, and they're right up there. I believe the best in the world, and we're going to keep proving that and bringing the big fights here to Australia, which, like I keep going back to, means the most to me. I'm a proud Aussie. To do it in front of my people is the best.
Happy that Paddy's a southpaw. That suits you.
Yeah, look, I'll get in there with anyone. It doesn't really bother me. It's he's going to be a lot more conventional, so I think he's more down our alley compared to the slippery Popo. But hey, just that's fighting. You know, you don't realize what you're going to get until you're in there, and is what it is. We adapted well and beat him with one eye. So yeah, it shows my skill set there.
Well, as you guys were talking on TV, it did actually physically update on BoxRec, so it is officially official. I saw it click over while you guys were on stage. So it's locked in. It's in there. Paddy obviously knows too now, which we look forward to. Just quickly, George, to that main event before I let you go. Michael and Nikita, a lot of legacy for either one of these guys. You can't be having the history, a Zerafa history like they've had, even if it was with Tim, but walk away without winning that one.
Yeah, look, there was a little bit of niceness between them in the press conference, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to one of them walks away with their legacy intact, and the other is you know, they're looking at what their next step is. So there's a lot on the line in this fight. It's not just a feud. It's not just two talented Australian boxers coming up against each other. There's a lot on the line as far as reputation goes in going forward. And I know neither of them like to lose, and they do not want to lose to the other person. So it's going to be a great fight.
What do you make of Tim putting up the fight poster but cropping out Michael? Have you seen that?
Well, he said that all along he doesn't want to give him any promo, so I'm not shocked that he's done that.
Who wins that one? What's your prediction on that one, Liam?
Australian boxing wins for that. Boxing wins. Yeah, let the best man win. You know, it's a win-win for Australian boxing, so that's a step in the right direction, I believe.
Well, obviously,
great thing too. Everyone who tunes in, they're not only going to get that fight, they're also going to get to see Liam Paro making his trip back to a world title and another great undercard underneath it as well. So it's a perfect fight, I think, for Liam Paro to be on, because it's only going to springboard his 2026 even faster. And for the boys too, it's just going to set up the year. It's going to be a great year of boxing, and I know the Punch podcast will be very busy next year.
Yeah, they're going to set the standard of fights for the year for sure.
100%.
Absolutely. I love all of that. Just quickly, Liam Wilson, do we have an opponent for him yet, even potentially in the cloud?
Yeah, look, not officially yet, but there are two guys that we're looking at. We're going to lock in one of them very, very shortly. So his opponent will be announced very soon.
Navarrete, yeah? He's coming on to fight on the undercard. Yeah, that'd be good.
Navarrete's next. He's got to get it.
Well, we appreciate that. Live from Brisbane, CEO of No Limit Boxing, George Rose, future 147 world champion, 2 fights, Liam Paro. We just want to add to that bling collection you got rocking on there. I love that.
How good is it?
Look at that.
Hey, he was strutting around on the boat with that, just hanging out, no shirt on, just chain. It was the best.
Hope you got the suntan.
The faith got head for radio, so this will do it.
I might get a Punch podcast one. Love it. Lock it in. We'll see you in Jan, and plenty more to come in the lead up to that. And thanks again, guys. Everyone get your tickets. Do not miss this one. Australian boxing wins. Paro's already said it. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.